I'm Brandon Johnson, a junior in mechanical engineering, and I was involved in last year's Big Idea competition, which is what makes me interested in doing it again. I mean, it was a great experience last year. I wasn't technically on a team, I was a fifth member that helped out some friends. And through doing that, I learned a ton about the entrepreneurship journey and what it takes. And I also learned that even if you don't win or things don't go exactly the way you hoped, the connections you build and the experience you get from it is really huge and can change your ideas of what you want to do with your career.
Okay, what have you done so far after participating in Big Idea?
So last year I helped out a friend with their project. It was hydrogen. We had really good success at the trade show, and that experience right there kind of showed me I wanted to do something a little more hands-on that people could tangibly do. So over the summer, I just kind of kept my eyes out for stuff. And then this past fall, a friend of mine and we came up with an idea for a project we wanted to pursue. And we're now looking at doing that for this year. And we've spent quite a bit of time since then working on it on our own entrepreneurship journey. And it's been a good one.
Okay, so what would be a summary of what you've learned and participating in Big Idea?
Oh, what I learned is that it really, you really have to keep an open mind, and you got to keep in mind what other people are telling you. You can't just block it out, but at the same time, you got to stick true to yourself. You can't constantly bend over backwards to meet what everyone said, because if you try to make everyone happy, you'll end up losing your identity. But if you can keep going and take advice, and if you notice it's something that people are recommending, you continue to see over and over again and make those changes, you'll find yourself doing really well. And so that was a big thing that I took out, a big idea that I applied to even other areas of my life. But there's a lot of little learning lessons throughout, and plus the diversity of people you'll get to interact with in Big Idea. You have to have people from so many different majors that it really just changes the way you think, because you're constantly having to interact with people from different backgrounds. Like, I'm a technically minded person, and having to interact with a bunch of people from the arts areas and the business side of things was really a great experience. Yeah,
You've
those.
been to social impact, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been to Social Impact, and seeing what I saw in the Big Idea presentation, which was so much more high stakes than that one, just seeing it, even if you're not actually on a Big Idea team and you want to go help one out, it's great to learn that level of preparation, because it's like, in essence, going on Shark Tank or going into a very high level company boardroom and bringing them your presentation, because you have people that have a lot of money that want to look for reasons to give you their money and award you a prize, but you have to make a compelling argument or else they won't give you their money, because it's their own personal money.
Yeah, sure. And what advice would you give to somebody who's watching you and saying, I don't know, I'm not sure if this is for me?
I would say you won't know if it's for you until you try. I mean, you got to give it a shot. I mean, if you don't give it a shot, how will you ever know what you can become? I
Hmm.
mean, a lot of people in this world, I mean, they they don't know what they're capable of until they try. So, and you never know how many people around you actually believe in you until you try. And it's a great experience to at least put yourself out there and see what you got. I mean, even if it doesn't happen the first time around, if you keep trying, maybe even with a different idea, who knows where you can go.
Hmm. Is there any special hint that you would be for students to be successful in the competition?
Oh yeah, look at what the teams ahead of you have done well. So like, if you attend this year, look at what the top teams are doing and look at what makes them successful. If you look at past winners and past people who may not have necessarily won but had successful elements, like last year, there were a few teams that really stood out at the trade show, had like advanced to the last round super easy. If you look at the elements of what each of those teams did well in each of the rounds this year, like maybe if you're not necessarily sure you want to run this year, but maybe the following year, look for those elements early on, and it will really help you build your strong case. But with that said, running as soon as possible is the best possible way, because it gives you the experience. Like, doing it yourself, there's no better experience than that.
Do you see yourself as a successful entrepreneur in the near future?
I would hope so. I mean, I'm not going to make any bold bold assumptions, but I would really hope so. I've been around a few people who have started to experience some of their own success, and hopefully I can emulate a little bit of their success, but I don't want to make any bold claims until we see where things go. So
Sure. Great.